Hello, welcome back to the Merengues Media. I'm just here to do a quick reaction to the Champions League game that just finished, Brest versus Real Madrid. Before we get into the game, guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. That I would really appreciate it. I know this has been like a theme in this channel that we start slow, but guys, I'm actually not overreacting or I'm not being nitpicky. We do always start slow. If I'm remembering correctly, in the last 3 games, it seems like I've been hearing like the same thing. Oh, great save by Thibaut. Oh, great save by Courtois. 3 minutes into the game. Great save by Courtois. Oh, great block by Rodrigo. Like, it's the same thing. And it's the same exactly thing that started in this Champions League game that we needed to win, that we knew, like, a Real Madrid team that knew, like, we needed to score. First of all, we needed to score multiple goals. We needed to score a lot of goals for us to even have a chance to qualify in the top 8. And Brest were the one that started like they were Real Madrid. Like, they were playing like they started with the intensity. They wanted to qualify. And we were just like, like, we always let teams like attack us and get comfortable. And once teams get comfortable, once they smell blood in the water and they start pressing us and attacking us, and we were just like in the back pedal for 26 minutes. Like, literally in the 9 minutes, Courtois made a save. Moving forward again, like, the only thing that they really lack was just quality, man. Apart from that, they created every chances for the first 25 minutes at least. We had a few attack here and there, but like, it wasn't nothing. Like, we were playing the back. We were like playing like Brest were supposed to be playing. Like, Brest were playing like Real Madrid was supposed to be playing, with more intensity, with more purpose. When they pushed forward, you felt like they were going to score. And guess where they were attacking? Speaking of guess where they were attacking, let's get into the tactic and formation. So when I saw the lineup, that's like the back line was the same back line against the one that we played against Barcelona that we got slapped 5-2. So it was the same lineup. Vasquez, Tchouaméni, Rodiger, and Mendy. When I see those 4 names, like, I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, this is going to be another disaster. This is going to be like another game where they're just going to keep attacking Vasquez's side, because he's the weakest point in that back. Again, I am not attacking Vasquez, by the way, guys. I'm not attacking him. He's a 32-year-old, 33-year-old that's playing out of position as a winger turned into a right back. I'm not attacking him. The board decided they're not going to sign a right back. Carlo doesn't like young players. He rather start with a midfielder as his defensive partner, where there's a pure center back in the bench. He'd rather play Tchouaméni there, so he can play Luka Modric in the middle, and then Valverde, and then Jude Bellingham. And in attack, I said in my last reaction that I don't like Brahim as a starter. Honestly, like, he just proved my point again. In this game, he was invisible again. Like, you couldn't see him because he's just not a great player when he starts. Do you guys remember Chicharito from Manchester United? Brahim reminds me of Chicharito so much because he's the type of player that only makes an impact when he comes in. Chicharito scored a lot of goals, but you guys, if you go back and go watch his videos when he was at Manchester United, even when he came on loan at Real Madrid, he was always an impact sub. Like, he was never a great player when he starts games. And that's the same thing as Brahim Diaz. He's just underwhelming when he starts games, man. He's nowhere to be seen. Like, he's isolated on the left wing, and he's just, like, I don't know. Like, he's all right. I don't have any problem with him or anything like that. He's a quality squad player. He shouldn't be starting games, but I guess, like, there was really no one else to start the game. I don't know. Why can't Gula start and play 4-4-2 diamond? Just a thought. And then in the midfield, listen, I love Luka Modric and everything. He's done great in Real Madrid. He's like, I actually put him above Zidane when it comes to legendary in our club. But he shouldn't be starting back-to-back games, guys. Like, he just doesn't have the leg for it. Like, he shouldn't be starting back-to-back games. Play Ceballos. I know I complained about Ceballos in my last video, and I was talking about how, like, he makes back passes and stuff like that, but still, he controls our midfield. And guys, if you watch the game, especially in the first half, you can tell, like, we just didn't have any control in the midfield. Like, we weren't controlling the game like that. And these are teams that we should be controlling. I know lately we've been getting good results and stuff like that, but don't let it fool you, man. There's been teams that we've been playing that obviously, like the schedule has really favored us. After the Clasico, the schedule really favored us. It looked good on us because the best team that we've played since the Clasico was Celta Vigo, and they played and they gave us a hard time. Remember that game where we were 2 goals up and then we gave away 2 goals and then we went to the extra time to beat them in the Copa del Rey? Yeah, that game. That was the best team we've played since we played that Barcelona team. So we play, and then in the Champions League, we played a team that's already been disqualified, the Red Bull team, and then we came in La Liga. We played against who do we play? We played against Do we played someone else in La Liga? I don't know. The last team we played was in the league, then the bottom of the league, and we beat them 3-0. It was still like an okay performing, right? Tonight was much of a better team, and you saw how they played and you guys saw how they played a little bit better than us for like 26 minutes. I would say for the whole first half, they played better than us. You know, the only thing that always keeps saving us is quality, and that's why we're Real Madrid. We have the best players. It's quality and individual brilliance, and that was Rodrigo tonight. You know, his first goal was amazing. It was amazing. Like, he ran through players, and when it comes to Champions League, Rodrigo probably is the only player that has a good chance of catching up in the top, or finishing up, like when he finishes his career in the Champions League, has a good chance of finishing in top 3 all-time goal scoring, because he scores a lot in the Champions League. I don't know his record. I'm going to have to double check that, but I have a feeling like he scores a lot in the Champions League, and in his young career, he still has good years to go in the Champions League. He might finish like in top 3 as far as goal scoring goes. So he was amazing again. Like, he kept up his form. He scored the first goal, and after he scored that first goal, I thought we were going to control the game. We still didn't, guys. Like, we didn't control the game. Brest was still pressing. They were still playing with more intensity. It's like we knew, like, okay, we're not going to qualify for the top 8. So let's just get these 3 points and move on to the next round. But it was like we didn't. I don't know, man. I know we won, and I'm kind of complaining a lot and stuff like that, but I just feel like this squad, we should be doing better than this. First of all, we shouldn't even be in this position where we're fighting for, to qualify for the playoff. This squad shouldn't be fighting to qualify for the playoff. We should have qualified automatically in the 8th round, like in the last 8, in the top 8 or whatever it's called. We should be qualifying for the top 8. Like, guys, it's great, it's amazing, we won and stuff like that, but we had a squad that we shouldn't have lost 3 games. We shouldn't have lost against Lille. We shouldn't have lost against Milan. Liverpool, they're the best team in Europe right now. So, that game with injuries, I'll give them a pass. But the Lille game and the Milan game, we shouldn't have lost those games like that, especially Milan at home. We should have at least gotten a draw at Lille, worst case scenario. But we got beat up in those games. So that's why we're in this position now. We're fighting to barely qualify for the playoff spot. I don't know, man, guys. Anyways, after that, Rodrigo again for me was the man of the match. By far was the best player in the field. And then the second goal was scored by Jude Bellingham. Great work. It was a great counter-attack. Whenever we really played with intensity, with transition, when we play fast transition like that, like you guys saw in that first game, that's how Real Madrid is supposed to be playing, with great intensity, great transition, and bam, we scored that second goal. And then the third goal came with Mbappe. I thought Mbappe, speaking of Mbappe, he played okay this game. He kind of reminded me of the new Mbappe when he first came. A bit scary, I don't know, with Brest, I guess they're kind of his worst team in France. Like, he played them multiple times. He's only scored 2 goals against them, and he used to get a lot of yellow card when he's playing against Brest. I guess they know how to pick on him. They know how to frustrate him. So it was one of those games where he was okay, right? It was okay. The whole team was okay, to be honest with you. The only standout guy for me was Rodrigo. And again, I think his main position is where Vinicius play. Unfortunately for him, man, yeah, he plays very, very well as a right winger. It's so sad that we have pretty much 3 players that play in the same position. Yeah, that's probably why we don't see all his talent. But he was by far the most important player tonight in this win. Mendy, I don't have anything to say about Mendy. I just find him to be. I can't talk about Mendy's game. I can't talk about the way he defend. I think he takes too many touches. He takes too many chances. unnecessary chances, right? Like he's not great offensively. Like he really doesn't offer. He made one good cross that I can remember that Jude Bellingham just missed. Like he mistimed it. That was a good cross. I'm not gonna lie. But apart from that, man, this guy like he's just. I don't know. Like I still prefer Frank Garcia over him. I don't want him starting games. I don't really want Mendy playing. Like I don't. But I know Carlo like has his favorite players. He's gonna play big games. All these big games he's gonna be starting. Mendy over Garcia because Carlo for some reason has trust issues. And why was Tchouaméni starting in the back when you have Asensio in the bench? Like how are we gonna develop players if we don't give them minutes? Like, why is Tchouaméni better than Asensio in the back there? Why? Tchouaméni positioning as shit. I'm sorry, guys, but his positions as shit. We played Brest tonight, so everything looks good. We won 3-0 and stuff like that. You're going to be happy. Like, if you didn't watch the game, you're going to be like, oh, wow, Real Madrid won 3-0. Of course they won 3-0. But, guys, don't always look at the goals. Don't always look at the results. Watch the game. It was underwhelming. It was an okay performance. We just got the 3 points. There's no more to say about it. I really don't think if we don't improve, I don't think this team is going to be, I don't think this team are going to do anything in the Champions League. I really don't. I don't know who we're going to get next. Apparently, we might get Man City. We might get Celtic. I don't know. I didn't check the final results of every game. The last time I checked was City were winning 2-1. So I don't know. I think we might get City or Juventus or Celtic. Honestly, our best case scenario is we get Celtic. Maybe Juve. I know City are not having a bad season, but I don't having a great season, but I still wouldn't want to fancy facing them. Not the way we're playing. I don't know, man. And then in round 16, we might get Barcelona or we might get Munich. I don't know, man. I don't know. We have a lot of improvement to do. We have a lot of improvement to do. And I don't think this squad is just good enough to win the Champions League this year. The league, we might win it. We probably will win it because of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid playing like shit. Because Barcelona, whenever they see big teams, that's when they play the best. But unfortunately, they can't play with this shitty La Liga team. So that's probably how we're going to win the league. It's not because we're brilliant. It's because our opponent, our rivals are just playing like shit. And we're just playing tiny bit better than them. That's it. That's probably why we're going to win the league. But overall, guys, I know I didn't even do a reaction to the game. This was more of me just ranting about just pretty much how the team has been. We're boring to watch, man. I find us very boring to watch, very underwhelming to watch. I just think there's too much talent in that team for us to be like this. The coach always get the formation wrong. You always get the formation wrong. I don't know why Carlo has trust issue on trying new things. He's just so basic. We're so predictable. Even before the game starts, you already know who's going to start. You already know how we're going to play. It's so predictable. It's so easy to play against sometimes. We make every team look like prime Barcelona or prime Bayern. I don't fucking know. Just name one best team in Europe. We make every team play like that. Anyways, guys, like I said, we won 3-0 where we're going to be playing. We're going to be on the draw for Friday. I'm going to come back on Friday to do a quick reaction for who we drew against in the playoff round. And I'm going to do a preview to that game. Apart from that, guys, please don't forget to share. Don't forget to like this video. And also support the channel. Again, guys, I'm just trying to connect with different Madristas out there. Tonight's game, I'm sorry if I didn't do the full reaction. It more like me just ranting. But Hala Madrid.